Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Screen This. Today I'll be reviewing Kick-Ass 2. Kick-Ass 1 came out in 2010, and 3 years later we get Kick-Ass 2. I got a surprise for you guys, but you gotta keep watching to find out later on. Basically, it's the same people. Aaron Taylor Johnson is back as Kick-Ass. Grace Moretz, beats me, is back as Hit Girl, and Christopher Mintz-Plasse is back. And a few others. In Kick-Ass 2, we have Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays Kick-Ass, and he's basically tired of fighting by himself. First person he goes to is Hit Girl, but there's some things that happen down the line, and it doesn't necessarily happen right off the bat. So Aaron Taylor Johnson finds a different group, which is led by Jim Carrey, who, by the way, I thought did a really good job. So when Christopher Mintz-Plasse, who plays the mother effer, finds out that there is a superhero group, he then decides to form a group of his own of super villains, and basically they're a bunch of crazies. Kick-Ass 2 is really for the fans. I mean, if you haven't seen the first one, don't expect to like the second one. I'll be completely honest, I didn't even watch it in theaters. I thought it was going to be a stupid movie. But then when it came out on DVD, I rented it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm excited to say that Kick-Ass 2 is thoroughly enjoyable as well. It is a violent movie, and if some of you have heard, Jim Carrey came out and said that he wasn't going to promote the movie because it was so violent. Don't get me wrong, while it is violent, it is a good movie. I thought the action scenes were really well done. They were entertaining, and needless to say, there's a lot of gruesome moments that might make you cringe, but there's also some gross parts that'll make you laugh. It certainly made the entire theater laugh. But at the end, you can kind of see this Scott Pilgrim versus the World-ish type cinematography, which was kind of cool. I really enjoyed the cinematography in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So it was a little nice touch at the end. The other thing I enjoyed about Kick-Ass 2, which probably was in Kick-Ass 1, but my memory sucks, is that they do a lot of close-up shots. And when you have close-up shots, it allows the audience to become more engaged. And I really enjoyed that. One thing I gotta say is Aaron Taylor Johnson gets ripped for this movie. With Aaron Taylor Johnson's rock-hard abs, you would think they would focus on them a lot, but really, it was for maybe 1 second, and it was back to those close-up shots. So I thought that was kind of cool, just because, you know, a lot of movies, if they've got a hot guy or some guy that's pretty fit, they always zoom in and, you know, make it a big deal. In Kick-Ass 2, it isn't really made a big deal, but it doesn't go unnoticed because it does zoom in for maybe a second or two, and Grace Moretz looks at it and kind of gets a little hot and steamy about it, but it doesn't drag on like other movies. I'm sorry to do this to everyone, but overall, Kick-Ass 2 is kick-ass. But no, seriously, it's not going to beat the first one, but it's almost just as good. If you've seen the first one, then you will enjoy the second one. If you haven't seen the first one, I'd advise you to watch it first before going to the theaters, because you might not like it, depending on how violent you like movies. So remember that surprise I was telling you about earlier on? Well, when you go watch this movie in theaters, make sure you stay after the credits. You might have known that already, but I'm just letting you know. Stay after the credits. And that's my review on Kick-Ass 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like it below. Share it if you want. But most importantly, subscribe. Thanks for watching.